Imagine inventing the personal computer, the mouse, and the graphical user interface that we all use today, and then completely failing to make any money from it. That's exactly what happened to Xerox in the 1970s. They had a brilliant strategy and world-changing technology, but they couldn't execute. They couldn't turn their incredible ideas into results. This massive failure is the perfect entry point into the big idea from the book Execution, the Discipline of Getting Things Done, by former Honeywell CEO Larry Bossidy and business advisor Ram Charan. The authors argue that the single biggest reason companies fail isn't bad strategy, it's bad execution. It's the gap between what a leader wants to achieve and the ability of their organization to make it happen. The book shows you how to close that gap by treating execution as a discipline and the most important job of any leader. There are 3 core ideas to make this happen. First, leaders must be deeply and personally involved. Second, you must build a culture of execution. And third, you must master 3 core processes: the people process, the strategy process, and the operations process. Let's dive into those 3 processes. First, and most importantly, is the people process. Bossidy says this is more important than strategy or operations. If you get the people part right, everything else gets easier. This isn't just about hiring. It's a rigorous system for evaluating talent, identifying future leaders, and putting the right people in the right jobs. The key is candor. You have to have honest, often tough conversations about performance. It's about linking people to outcomes and rewards and making sure your best players are tackling your biggest opportunities. A leader who doesn't spend a huge chunk of their time on their people isn't really leading. Second is the strategy process. Most strategic plans are useless. They're lofty, 50-page documents filled with dreams that sit on a shelf. An executable strategy is different. It's a simple, practical plan that clearly asks, how will we get from here to there? It directly addresses the realities of the marketplace, the economy, and your competition. Most importantly, it must be built with input from the people who will actually have to execute it. The strategy has to be linked to the people process. Do we have the right people to do this? And the operations process. What are the specific milestones we need to hit? That brings us to the third core process, operations. This is where the rubber meets the road. The operations process links your strategy and your people to your financial results. It's built around a single, powerful document, the operating plan. This plan lays out the programs, actions, and targets for the year that will move you towards your strategic goals. It's then brought to life through intense quarterly reviews where leaders are held accountable. The secret sauce here is follow-through. It's about creating a rhythm of accountability where goals are set, progress is checked, and people are responsible for delivering on their promises quarter after quarter. In the end, execution argues that strategy and brilliant ideas are just the starting line. The race is won by the organizations that can consistently get things done. It requires leaders who are willing to roll up their sleeves and get involved in the messy details. The key takeaway is this powerful quote: execution is a systematic process of rigorously discussing hows and whats, questioning, following through, and ensuring accountability. If you're looking for what to read next, try The 4 Disciplines of Execution by Chris McChesney or Good to Great by Jim Collins, which echoes the importance of getting the right people on the bus. Find more great summaries and reading guides at booksplat.com. Level up yourself today, 3 minutes at a time.